This video is about making super soft and restaurant-like Rumali rotis at home. Plus, they are not made completely of maida. Yes, you heard it right. I have also used wheat flour to make these rotis and shown a special technique of kneading the dough, which will give guaranteed results every time you make these rotis. These rotis can easily be made into pieces using two fingers and are not chewy and elastic as they tend to get after cooling down. These are very thin and you can roll them as the way you want in smallest folds, yet they will not crack or break and will remain soft for hours. Also, I will be sharing 3 ways of making these rotis in this video. So to know all the secrets, let's get started with the recipe. But before that, if you are new to my channel, do subscribe and press the bell icon to get the notifications of my new uploads for free. So let's get started. Here I have taken 1 cup of wheat flour, 3/4 cup of maida and 220 ml or 1 coffee mug full of milk to knead the dough. Before kneading the dough, mix the atta and maida well together. Once that's done, add about 1 tablespoon of odorless oil and mix well again. Also, you can add half teaspoon salt now, but I skip it as you will see the reason ahead in the video. Once that's done, add milk little by little and start rubbing it in the dry mixture. Note here, I am rubbing in the milk and not kneading it yet. Adding liquids to make the dough little by little and resting the dough in between the process, which I will show further in the video, is called autolyse technique. All the dry mixture has become wet and now I will cover and let it rest for 30 minutes. As we have used wheat flour, it will hydrate and soften and help to develop gluten. It's been 30 minutes and now I will complete the kneading process. Add milk as required and make a medium soft dough like we make for rotis every day. The milk used is boiled once and is at room temperature. It will also help to make very soft Rumali rotis. Add 2 tablespoons of odorless oil and knead for 2 minutes and let it rest for minimum 1 hour before making the rotis. I am left with about 50 ml of milk and I've used about 170 to 180 ml to make the dough. Here I will heat an iron kadhai on medium flame for 7 to 8 minutes. Place the kadhai firmly on the gas stove. You can also use aluminium kadhai, but do not use a non-stick one. It's been an hour and I will knead the dough and make small portions and keep them ready. In the next step, I am going to prepare the salt water. Take half a glass of water and add 1 tablespoon of salt to it. Mix well till it dissolves. You can fill it in a spray bottle or use a spoon for the further process. And this is ready too. Besides this, I have taken little oil and some maida to roll the Rumali rotis. Sprinkle ample maida and roll the rotis as thin as you can make. Remember to make it of the size of the kadhai that you have kept for heating. You can take it in your palms and make it bigger in size, but I prefer to roll it so thin where I can see the kitchen platform through it. Also, it should be rolled so thin that you can see your palms and fingers through it. I'm going to make the roti in 3 ways and show you in this video, so keep watching. Roll the Rumali roti on the rolling pin and I will leave it till I spray the salt water on the kadai. The salt water is sprayed so that it forms a layer on the kadai, due to which the Rumali roti does not stick to it. This salt leaves its traces on the roti and thus I did not add any extra salt while making the dough. Wait for 10 seconds for the salt water to dry up and then put the Rumali roti for roasting. Remember to keep the gas flame on medium-high. In this first type, I will apply oil directly on roasting and roast it a little longer than the normal rotis, yet the roti will be very soft. Flip the roti after 10 seconds and roast on the other side. Apply oil and flip it again to repeat the same process. I have roasted this roti a slightly more to show that after being completely cooked too, the Rumali roti will be very soft with the technique I have shown to make the dough. Fold it whichever way you like it and keep it wrapped in a cotton cloth. Spray salt water each time before roasting the next Rumali roti. This roti I will make without applying oil and will roast it as we get in the restaurants. This roti too will be very soft after getting cooked. The roti immediately starts to puff up. Flip it after 10 seconds and cook on the other side for 10 seconds and it is done. The next technique is a double roti technique where you roll 2 small puris. Apply a thin layer of oil on both the puris so that you can separate it after cooking if you wish to. Sprinkle maida all around. Place both the puris on top of each other and roll out a thin Rumali roti. You can use any technique you feel comfortable with. I have shown all the 3 techniques in this video. You can apply water using a spoon too if you do not have a spray bottle. With this technique, do apply oil while roasting, as if you choose to separate the 2 layers, then only one side will be well cooked and the inner side will be very soft. With the measurement of ingredients shown in this video, I have made around 10 to 11 Rumali rotis of 9 inches in diameter. If your kadai is big, you can make bigger ones too. You can separate the 2 layers after it cools down. So friends, I hope this video has been helpful, and if you felt so, then do press the like button and subscribe to my channel for more such interesting videos. I will make the rest of the rotis, keep them wrapped till you serve them, which will help the Rumali rotis to stay soft for a longer time. Do try this autolyzed technique of kneading our daily dough for normal rotis and fulkas, and your rotis will stay soft for a longer duration. Enjoy the Rumali rotis with your choice of sabji and enjoy restaurant-like food at home. It took me around 25 minutes to make 10 to 11 Rumali rotis. And just see how soft they are. Absolutely thin, and believe me, they taste yummy. Thank you for watching today's video.